Everyone, it is so good to see you. Welcome to KREM News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin by talking about the weather and the forecast. We have some definitely cooler temperatures. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick, he is joining us with a look at what we can expect. Hi, Thomas.
Yeah, good afternoon, Laura. This has been a really pleasant day here in Spokane. Our temperatures are just so comfortable. Have not had to use the AC myself for today, but we are keeping an eye on where some showers are still currently located across the inland northwest. So we start with Doppler radar. Let's move in over the Palouse region, where earlier on this morning at about 6 and 7 o'clock, 7 a.m., there were thunderstorms around Lewiston, and that was extending into North Idaho. Since then, a cluster of now just showers continues over portions of mainly North Idaho, and this little cluster of showers has a little bit of a swirl. This is what we would call a meso low pressure, or a smaller scale low pressure, certainly containing at least a little bit of rain. And moved just over Julietta right now, moving straight northward, so would be heading in the direction of Beauville and maybe St. Mary's if it can get that far north. But it is certainly much cooler in that region of the inland northwest, say compared to here in Spokane, where it is just kind of partly cloudy skies around us. Temperatures right near 70 degrees, but look at this, still in the 50s on the Palouse, thanks to that cooler air and earlier morning rainfall that just cooled off the atmosphere. So this has been a lot cooler today compared to most every other day so far this summer.
The Spokan City Council has delayed a vote on a controversial law that would make homelessness a protected class. KREM 2's Cody Proctor has more on the decision to delay that and another homeless ordinance that is before the council as well.
Tonight's Spokan City Council meeting, but two agenda items took different approaches, with one establishing making being homeless a protected class, while the other would expand no camping zones. The first of the two to appear before Spokan City Council ended up being the first reading of an ordinance prohibiting illegal encampments from being within 1,000 feet of facilities offering comprehensive support services. That includes behavioral health facilities and addiction treatment facilities. It's an item that saw several people go up to the podium to comment.
I look at that and I will still say it's unconstitutional because people park, they camp at these places for their survival.
Addressing the prevalence of camping at locations around service providers is necessary now. It will be just as necessary in the years ahead when services are delivered at scattered site facilities across the city. The night's meeting rounded out with the final reading on an ordinance aiming to make being homeless a protected class under the city code. According to city documents, the item would add housing status to the city's list of protected classes and create stronger protections against discriminatory hiring and employment practices, property rights, and privacy rights for people dealing with homelessness. This also saw a lot of public comment, leading to the council to initially consider deferring the ordinance indefinitely. Councilmember Lily Navarrete sponsored the item.
We have received a lot of pros, a lot of cons on this. This is a topic that it's hot right now.
Councilmember Michael Cathcart was not happy about the move, citing the upcoming election.
So to defer it indefinitely makes me strongly believe that we are in for a 13-week pause, and then this will come back shortly after the voters have voted.
All right. All those in favor of a motion to defer for 2 weeks, say aye.
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 Spokan City Council ended up deferring the ordinance for 2 weeks. Now, as I mentioned, this final reading ended up being the big item of the night, one that we will continue to follow, especially as this proposed ordinance moves on. Cody Proctor, KREM 2 News.
A truck driver is facing permanent eye damage. This is after being shot with a paintball while he was driving in Spokane Valley last week. And we do have a warning this afternoon. Some of the images of his injuries are graphic. Michael Catoni was driving a semi-truck last Thursday when he was shot in the eye by a paintball. Now, Michael did not want to appear on camera. However, his wife, she did walk us through those first moments after getting a call from paramedics.
It was really dark, and it actually hit him with quite a bit of force, and then he had no vision, so he really had no clue. I feel like we live in a generally very safe neighborhood. I don't feel like there's a lot of like riffraff or whatnot going down on the road.
Police still don't have a suspect. Michael will have to see a retina specialist to try to understand the extent of his injuries. If you'd like more information on how you can help the family, we have those details posted on our website. That's at KREM.com. We do have some information about an Idaho firefighter who was seriously hurt while fighting a wildfire. According to a GoFundMe set up by his family, 26-year-old Justin Riley Shaw is in the ICU at Sacred Heart Medical Center here in Spokane. This is after a tree fell on him. Shaw was fighting a new wildfire that had just sparked north of Riggins. His family expects him to be in the hospital for several months. Also, wildlife officials have now captured the bear they believe attacked a 3-year-old in Montana. It happened on Sunday at a private campground south of Red Lodge. The child was attacked while inside a tent. The child was rushed to Billings for medical care, and right now, the condition of that child is unknown. Also, this is coming in new and noon as well. We are hearing from Spokane Public School Superintendent as the district is considering new rules to limit the use of cell phones while students are on school campus.
We've never had an adversary to compete with the attention of kids like we've had with technology. They are so incredibly addictive. They are so incredibly stimulating. Kids can infinitely be engaged on a device in their home or at school. We've never had to compete for the attention of our children like that before.
So the proposed restrictions vary by grade level. For example, high schoolers would be barred from using phones while in the classroom. However, they would be allowed to use them during lunch and between classes. However, the younger kids, say at the elementary school level, they would be completely banned from using phones during school hours. The restrictions would also include smartwatches as well. The school board is expected to talk about the proposal at tomorrow night's meeting. They will vote on it by August 28th. We'll keep you updated. Happening tonight, this is fun. The Velocity FC is back in action along with KREM 2. We'll have Mark, Whitney, Jeremy, and Andrew live at Spokane Stadium tonight. That's at KREM 2 News starting at 4 o'clock. We'll be talking with the team and showing you around the pitch. Once gates open, you'll be able to stop by and say hello before the match begins. And if you cannot make it to the stadium, we have you covered. The Velocity match against the Northern Colorado Hailstorm will air live. That'll be on KSKN 22 beginning at 7 p.m. And so lots to catch up on when it comes to Velocity.